Hello, I don't know if you know me, but my name is Joshua Nash. And I like talking about feelings. I like talking about my feelings, and I like talking about your feelings. And today, I'm actually here to talk about my feelings. Um, I want to be transparent a little bit and give some of myself authentically. I'm here to open up about my journey with self-harm and depression. I didn't fully realize what was going on with me until I was around maybe 12 to 13 years old. For a while, I felt as if there was no escape to the way I was feeling, and like the only way to escape was to take my own life. But back then, I was always too scared to, so instead, I unfortunately picked up the unhealthy coping mechanism of self-harm. The reason I did it differs from a lot of the other reasons I've heard. It wasn't necessarily because I liked hurting myself, and I don't really like blood or anything like that, and it wasn't a way of self-punishing. It was more so a distraction to whatever was going on in my life. As of today, it's been about 600 days since, and I am very grateful for the fact that I was able to see the light at the end of the tunnel and make it out. Prior to that experience, I've always struggled with OCD and depression and anxiety, and it always made it very difficult for me to complete tasks that everybody else could do so simply. One of the perks that came with OCD was dermatillomania, and unfortunately, it really targeted my fingers, specifically my thumbs. When I get nervous, bored, stressed, or frustrated, or basically any intense emotion, I tend to subconsciously pick at my thumbs. I'm not entirely sure why. I've tried to stop. I've tried all kinds of things, all kinds of coping mechanisms. So far, I've been unable to, but it's a lot better than it was when I was younger, and I'm very grateful for that. I spoke out about it a lot, but not necessarily on Love Elizabeth. And I wanted to make that clear that I also have struggled with depression, anxiety, self-harm, and a lot of other things. And it's okay. It's okay for me to talk about it now. I want to share with you guys that it took me a while, but I was able to actually successfully heal. And it wasn't easy, but I'm proud of myself, and I'm proud of the work I did. And I feel that you can be too. You can be proud of yourself, proud of the work you did, and you can make it out. My goal is to share as much resources and tips and tricks and all kinds of things to teenagers who went through similar things as myself. I want to provide something for those who feel that they have nothing. That's my main goal. That's Love Elizabeth's main purpose. Another main purpose of Love Elizabeth is to provide emotional intelligence to those who not lack it, but don't really understand too much about how they're feeling or how others are feeling. It's okay to not be okay. Mental health matters, you matter, and that applies to me and everybody else on the globe. I really hope that one day, if you're struggling, you can make it out. And I will do everything in my power to ensure that does happen. If you or a loved one are exhibiting signs of depression, I heavily encourage you to seek some sort of assistance or some sort of help. If you're not entirely ready to start anything intensive like therapy or medication, we have plenty of resources in our link tree located in our bio to help you heal and just to get started. I appreciate you so much for watching. I love you so much. Have a great rest of your day. I feel like I'm bombing. It's okay. I'm trying my best. There's a bee right there with so much pollen on him.